Hello everybody, Chris Prescott here with Master CDP Studios, bringing you another tutorial inside Studio One. And in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to save or create and save a template. That way, if you're going to be working on the same style of music or the same project, similar projects, they're going to involve, let's say maybe the same instruments. You're doing an album and you want all the songs to have the same instruments and everything and so on. Same channels, tracks, and everything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a template, save it. That way it speeds up your workflow. That way all you have to do is go to the create a new song here, and your template will already be saved right here. As you can see, I have some templates saved already. So we're going to start from scratch. So we're going to create a new song, and yeah, we'll just keep it at empty song right there. And we'll go to OK. All right. So first, what I like to do is I actually like to make my folder tracks here, because I'm going to pack each different instrument into its own folder. All right. So, all right. And so let's pretend we're going to go with rock music. I want to make up a rock song. All right. So we're going to go with that genre of music, and we're going to do this template according to that. All right, so let's see. We want drums, of course. We want bass. We want electric guitar. And we want vocals. All right. Whoop. All right. So now that I have that in place, and if you're like me, right now at least, the only live instruments I have are my electric Epiphone guitar, the Les Paul model, and then the Epiphone acoustic guitar, and then of course the vocals, the live vocals. Those are the only live instruments I have right now. Everything else is just MIDI. So with that being said, what I can do here is I could actually pack my drums. I could actually select the instrument I want to use. So I'm just gonna go just for the tutorial's sake, to speed it up a little bit. We're going to go with the rock kit. Is that the one? Oh, no, wait. I like this one. We're going to put that in there. And then I always color code them too. So usually for drums, I go red. So I'm just showing you all this. This is exactly how I start my workflow or my recording process when I'm going to record a song. I always start with my folders and my instruments, set them all up. So next we're going to go with the bass, and unfortunately right now I do not have a bass guitar, but I will get one in the future here soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the Presence, and we'll just pick any bass for right now. Let's go 6 string, let's go full. Alright. So we got my bass guitar set, and now for the electric guitar, since I do have an actual electric guitar, I'm going to pack the folder with tracks. Okay, and we're going to make it, we actually need a mono. Alright, and I'll have it plugged into the left channel there. And let's do, because I like to double up on the track sometimes to make it thicker. But then there's also going to be chorus and verse. So let's go with 8 tracks, 8 audio tracks in there. All right. Oh, and I forgot to change the color of the bass folder. We're going to do dark purple for the folder, light purple. All right. And then also I forgot to mention, because since this is a MIDI, or most of them are MIDI instruments, I also like to pack it with I like to pack it with their own audio. Their audio channels. That way, I can record the MIDI track to an audio channel. So for the drums, let's see. And I will just do 8, because I will explode the MIDI drum track by pitch, so it's going to separate it by all the drum instruments, the drum pieces. And I like to record each one of them onto their own audio track, so we'll just leave it like that. We're just doing this for tutorial sake. So, and then if you want to group all of them with the same color. There you go. All right, and then what I would do is I would rename each audio channel. I would rename it to its respective drum piece. Okay, so and then the guitar is all set. Same thing. You know what? I'm gonna go with the blue. All right, lighter blue, and then Vox. I usually do like a pink. All right, and then same thing. Gonna add audio tracks here. Mono, same thing. That'll be plugged into the right channel. Let's see, Vox. And yeah, 8's good for me. All right. So, as you can see, we have all the channels now here, the buses for all of them. And then another thing I do too, for each folder, I create a master bus for them. This will really speed up your workflow. It just makes everything so much simpler. All right, that way, because when I have each individual channel, when I've gone through the gain staging process and everything, and if I need to adjust anything, instead of going through each drum piece, let's say, maybe I can just turn down the whole master bus fader for the drums, and then it just makes it that easier. That way, I'm not like tweaking something too much, and I'm like, oh dang it, the snare was all right back then with the original volume and all that. So and then all you're gonna do next is you're just going to, once you have the template set up, and you can do the same thing if you want to set up your effects, like for the electric guitar, for example. You know, maybe I want to have, since it's gonna have distortion, what I want to do is I'm going to add Waves Audio. They have a great amp plugin, their guitar solo, or their guitar tool rack stereo, which includes everything: the amp, the stomps, different types of amps and speakers. It's a great plugin. Sounds awesome. Sounds just like you're plugging your guitar into an amp and using the effects on an amp. It sounds great. I may have made a mistake there by having it applied to all those channels right there, so it might take a little time here. Okay, so it's almost done. And once that's finished, I'm just showing you, that way you know and you can see that all you got to do is set up your channels, your tracks, how you want them. See? So I have them applied there. All you got to do now, save as template. We're going to do hard rock temp. Okay. Hit OK. We're going to close this. I'm not going to save that. So now, if I want to open that template, let's say, oh, you know what? I want to write another hard rock track. All I got to do, select the template, and just waiting for that to load up just so you can see everything I did right there saved as a template. And it's going to be simple, easy peasy. All right, sorry about the wait here, but I just want to show you that it's going to speed up your workflow, because, you know, instead of wasting the time, and as you can see here, it's all set up how I have it, or how I save the template. So I created the template from scratch, and you know, if like I said, if you're going to be sitting there, you're deciding, you know what, I want to write this style of music again, or I want to do another song in this style. All you got to do is load up the template that you created. So just remember that every time you're creating a new song, maybe it's a different genre that you're doing than you're usually used to doing. Just, if you know that you're probably going to do that in the future, just set up your instruments how I did right now, set up your tracks and channels how I did, and then save the template before you start recording and adding everything to it and all the plugins. Because, you know, it's also going to go by style of music. So I didn't add any equalizers, compressors, or anything, because depending on the style of song and the sound I'm going for, you know, it's gonna dictate which plugins and effects I'm going to use. So, but I know for a hard rock song, I'm going to have distortion in there. So that's why I put the amp plugin from Waves Audio. So that just makes it simpler, and I can get straight to, you know, playing guitar or whatever piece of instrument I'm going to start off with first. So I hope that helped you guys out there. Anyone that's just starting off in Studio One, I hope you like this tutorial, and I hope you view all my tutorials on my channel. I'm going to keep trying doing as much of these as possible to help everyone else out there, because, you know, I started off, and I know I had a lot of questions. I was lost, and I went through audio engineering school, and I watched all the tutorials on YouTube from plenty of different people. A lot of great stuff out there. So, you know, I want to try to give back too. I want to try to help out those, you know, other people that were in my situation that need help just, you know, with the simple stuff like this. This is simple things that maybe not everyone thinks about, and it could definitely increase the speed of your workflow. So why not? Especially if you have customers that you got to, you know, make music for or something. Why not have all the templates set up for you? So all you got to do is go, hey, I'm going to make a sci-fi, you know, video game soundtrack today, and I know what instruments I want. They're already in my template saved. I'm going to make a hard rock song. We're going to go with the template I have saved in there. So once again, this is Chris with Master CDP Studios. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned, because I'll be doing more tutorials like this, more podcasts, referring to my podcast where I talk Destiny 2, pro wrestling, and everything video game nerds and all that good stuff. You know, I'll be releasing more podcasts on that and more Destiny 2 live streams. So I hope you guys liked everything you see in the channel. Please give it a thumbs up if you do, and tell your friends and family about this. All right? So once again, it's Chris with Master CDP Studios. Stick around.